If you're not mindful and conscious of your habits, they can actually destroy you and cripple all of your dreams and your goals. And so you have to be really careful about the habits that you've created. And a lot of the habits that we've created in our life are actually unconscious habits. I know for me, I can tell you in my life, I've created some really bad habits. You know, I was morbidly obese and I was addicted to food for most of my life. I used to weigh 400 pounds. I had all my clothes were tailor-made. I had a 56-inch waist, 5X t-shirt. Had a heart attack when I was 17 years old because I was very heavily addicted to food, and I've had to really fight hard in my mind mentally to overturn that, to lose the weight, eat right, eat healthy.
Whatever it is, you're bold enough, you're big enough to dream if you are intentional and deliberate about it. Now, there's some aspects of it that are going to be organic, but if you are intentional and deliberate, if you build it on Monday, if you build it on Tuesday, if you build it on Wednesday, I want you to understand that it's not going to happen by luck. Productivity is always intentional and deliberate. And on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no luck, guys. Every single day, if you do a little, you're going to wake up one day and your dreams are going to be a reality.
You're not your past. You're not how you were raised by your parents. You're not born a certain way. You can be whatever you want to be. I know you hear that all the time, but it really is true. You can really do whatever you want. You can have anything that you want, but you can't have everything. And I always talk about that. You can be, an astronaut, but whatever it is that you want, it's going to take a ridiculous amount of hard work. It's not going to just happen overnight. It's 10, 15, 20 years of grinding it out, hard work. So developing the right routine, the right habits is critical.
You can't just say you want it. You can't watch the video and say, I want it as bad as I want to breathe. It's cute to say it. But when it's showtime, when the sun comes up, you've got all the books, you've got all the tapes, you've got all the access. Now it's time to hunt. And what separates you from everybody else is that when it's time to hunt, you're ready to hunt. Everybody's got lions on their profiles. Everybody talks positive about themselves. Everybody talks like you a beast. You dress like you a beast. You got the cards like a beast. But then when it's time to do what beasts do, you back up. You got to get up and make it happen. I can, I will, I must.
How do you get to that next level? How do I get my business to the next place? How do I get other people to the next place? Look, if you want to get rich, you want to be really successful. When I say rich, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about a rich life, freedom, time with family, choices, get to do what you want. Look, if you want to be in business for yourself and free, you must learn to dominate. You cannot compete. Dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You know what? Most people are going to spend more time in their life working than any other single thing and not being successful. You got to be totally committed. Everybody agree? You got to be completely uncertain. You want $1 million? You want $2 million? You want $5 million? How much money do you want? How much success do you want? How much notoriety do you want? You want a New York Times bestseller? Why can't you have everything? Oh, but I'm 65. So what? Man, Colonel Harlan Sanders made all his money after he was 65 years old. He wasted the first 64 years.
For me, I hit rock bottom. I had a heart attack. I was 17 years old. I couldn't breathe. So I had no choice. I had to change, right? I was bullied in school, beat up every day, very shy, very timid, didn't want to go out. I couldn't even get a girl to look at me because of the way I looked, and I didn't know what to do, right? So my back was against the wall. So the first thing I'll tell you is that you first have to identify what the problem is. What is the problem, right? Whatever that issue is, maybe you're an alcoholic, maybe you drink too much, maybe you're smoking, maybe you're gambling too much and it's hurting your family. Maybe you're doing drugs, right? Maybe you're hurting somebody, maybe physically, mentally, right? Maybe you're not making enough income and you think that you're stuck at a certain job that you hate. I don't know what the issue is.
If you're not sure of your own value, your own goals, and what you want, the world will never reward you of what you want, your value, and your goals. Then you need to pressure yourself. You need to cook yourself. You need a necessity level way up here. When When I wake up in the morning, I write my goals down. When I go to bed at night, I write my goals down. It's the first thing and the last thing I do every day. I've been doing that for 25 years.